Hello out there, my name is Benjamin and I welcome you to the world of designing using Adobe Photoshop with Blaben Solutions. So in this video and the series of videos to come, I will be showing you everything you need to know about Adobe Photoshop, starting rightly from the beginner's level, that is to say from the basic level to the advanced level. But before we begin, thank you so much for clicking this video. And I hope you wouldn't want to miss our next video on series of tutorials that we are creating for you. So why don't you click on the subscribe button and also check the bell icon so as to be the first person to be notified whenever we drop in our next video. And when you do that, don't also forget to like, comment and share the videos as well. With this being said and done, why don't you come along with me and I will show you the best and easiest way to make beautiful design works using Adobe Photoshop. So in this first video, we will be looking at the interface of Adobe Photoshop CS6 Extended. So let's get started. So I believe this is how your interface also looks like. Don't be scared, just relax and I'll take you through step by step. Okay, so getting started, on my left hand side, from this to this is known as the toolbox. The toolbox, or some people will also call it tools panel, contains a wide range of tools used to create and manipulate images. All these tools, most of them are arranged in groups, but we can only see one tool showing. Now you see that there is a triangle at the right hand corner there. Okay, this small whitish triangle here indicates that there are other tools that are hidden in this group of tools. So to see the other tools, all what you have to do is just right click on the tool that you want to see the other tools that are hidden in it. So just right click like this and these tools will come out for you and you get to see the tools that are hidden in them. So the same thing applies to this. Just right click and you see the tools, just right click and you see the tools. One amazing thing about Photoshop, okay, is that even if you don't know the names of all these tools, okay, once you bring your mouse cursor close to the tool, it pops up the name for you. So look at something like this. When I bring this cursor close to this, okay, you can see that the name appears. Okay, so this tool, the name of the tool is known as rectangular marquee. Okay, when you take it to the next one, you can see that the name appears, the polygonal lasso tool. The same applies, magic wand tool, the crop tool, the eyedropper tool, the healing brush tool, the brush tool. Now you can see that even if it brings out the name, it tells you the shortcut key that will call the tool. So with this history brush tool, the shortcut key is Y, and when you go to the eraser tool, the shortcut key is E. And you are being asked to go and take the magic wand tool, you don't need to now go into these boxes one after the other. Where's magic wand tool? No, once you bring your cursor onto the tool, it automatically tells you what the tool is. We are going to delve into details about all these tools, so I just took my time to give out the names, okay, of the tools. So this is the move tool, this is the rectangular marquee tool, this is the polygonal lasso tool, the magic wand tool, the crop tool, the eyedropper tool, the healing brush tool, the brush tool itself, the stamp tool, the history brush tool, the eraser, the paint buckets, the blur. So we can see the other tools that are embedded in them. So these are the tools, that are embedded in them. Now when you just right click on it, and you're going to get to see the other tools that are embedded in them. We are going to delve into details in all these tools, so just take your time, relax, and we are going to get to know much more about the tools. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Now you can see that we have other things in here. This is known as the option bar, or some people also term it as the property bar. Okay, so now this option bar is associated with the tool that you will select in here. So you can see that I've selected this tool, which is known as the magic wand tool. Okay, the magic wand tool, and that is its options. Basically, the option bar contains settings, okay, that helps modify the behavior of the active tool. So the magic wand tool is active, okay, so anything I choose in here affects how this tool here works. This option bar is specifically for this magic wand tool. If I select a different tool, it comes along with its option bar, its different option bar or property bar. Okay, so you can see that this tool comes along with a different option bar. Okay, so if I take the brush tool as well, you see that the brush tool also comes along with a different option bar. The same thing applies to this thing, the paint bucket. It also comes along with its option bar. So the option bar once again contains settings that modifies the behavior of the active tool. That is for the option bar. Now let's look at the menu bar. This here is known as the menu bar. Now the menu bar contains a list of tabs, and all these tabs helps makes your design work amazing. So let's begin with the file tab. So the file tab, okay, contains options to create new images, load or open existing images, helps you to save your images, import images from other sources, okay, and it also helps you to print and also helps you to exit the application. Okay, that is for the file tab. The edit tab contains options, okay, to copy. It helps you to copy, cut and paste entire or parts of images, fill the image with a color, or assign a stroke to the image or outlines around images, and also to transform the image. Now let's move on to the next tab, which is the image tab. The image tab contains options to modify color depth or mode, manipulate or adjust color and other image properties, modify the image size, the canvas size and orientation, examine color information and extract areas of an image from backgrounds. Okay, that is what the image does. Now all what I'm doing in here is I'm just speaking blah 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 too much. Just try to follow in and get involved. I just want you to know your way out in here, so that when we start the main practicals, everything will become easier to work with. Now let's move on to the next menu bar or the tab, which is the layer. Now the layer contains options to modify and manipulate layers. Now layer is a topic on its own, so we will cover this in details. Okay, so just get to understand what it does. It just manipulates, it contains options to modify and manipulate layers. Now to cut it short, okay, every image can contain a number of separate levels or layers. So just get this understanding, and when we get into covering it into details, we will talk more about what layers are. Okay, now let's move on to the type. Now the type also contains the options that helps us make modifications to our text. Okay, our text. Now let's move on to the next layer, which is the next tab, which is the select. The select menu contains options to create, modify and manipulate Photoshop's selections. Now selections are areas of an image that you choose to isolate from the rest of the image. For example, you might want to isolate a person's eye to change the color without affecting the rest. So with the select menu, it helps you do that. Okay, we'll delve into details soon, so just relax, just get the surface, and when the particles start, you'll just be fine. Now let's move on straight to the other menu tab, which is the filter. Now the filter has special effects. Okay, now applying this special effects to an image modifies the image based on the filter's predefined instructions. Now examples of some of these filters are, you can see we have blur, distort, render, sharpen, stylize, and other filter effects we have in here. So we'll treat all these into details as we go on with the lessons, so just stay tuned and everything will be fine. Now the next menu tab is the 3D. Now this menu contains tools for creating and manipulating 3D objects, but we will not be talking much about 3D in here. Now the view also contains options to change your view of an image. Example, zooming in and zooming out, or displaying how the image might look when printed or viewed on another computer. Now this menu also houses the ability to show or hide rulers and guides, which will aid in editing your image. So you can see that, sorry, we have rulers in here. The shortcut key is Ctrl R. Okay, that will guide or aid in your image editing. Now the Windows menu also contains options to either show or hide the toolbox and panels, as well as options to organize image within Photoshop workspace. So that is for the menu bar. Now this area is known as the canvas or the working area. Okay, we will soon create a new canvas, so just relax, we will soon create a new canvas. Now, and all these are known as panels. Okay, it was formerly called palette, but now it is known as panel. Some people still call it palette. Okay, now it's a window of options that remains visible regardless of what you are doing. Many of these panels are grouped together in a panel groups because their functions are related. So when this happens, the titles of the panels will appear as tabs under the title bar, so as shown in here. So you can see that the titles have appeared. Okay, these are it's a grouped panel, and under the group panel we have this title, the color, we have the swatches. That is what we have in here. In this panel we have the style, we have the adjustment. Okay, so to bring a panel to the front of a group, okay, so you can access its options, just click on its tabs as I did earlier on. Just click on the tab and it will bring the options. It will bring its options in front so that you can have access to it. Now I can make this panel float. Okay, provided we don't want this panel in here. You move from this side and come in here to come and work with the panel. You don't want that. You can click on top here and just left click, hold and drag the panel out, and this is called the floating panel. Okay, so now I can keep this panel here, click on the swatch, create a document on my canvas, choose a color and start drawing anything I want. Okay, so now I have taken the panel out. Now I can still take this thing back in here, do the same process in here again, just hold and release this thing here, and that is it. Now we can close and open panels. Okay, all panels are listed in the Windows menu. Now this Windows menu contains a list of all the panels. Okay, now the panels are preceded by a check mark. Now you can see in here that all the panels in here that are preceded with a check mark are the active panels. We have the adjustment panel, and that is the adjustment panel in here. We have the layers panel, and this is the layers panel. we have the swatches, and that is the swatches panel. I believe you get the understanding. So anytime you want to close a panel, you can close a panel from this portion. So if I don't want to have the adjustment panel in here, I can just click here to uncheck the mark icon, and my adjustment panel gets off. So you can use the Windows menu to open and close panels. So my adjustment panel is off. I can click on it again and my adjustment panel is back. So if you want to know all the active panels, just come into the Windows menu, and the ones that are being preceded by a check mark are the active panels. So this is the layers panel as well. Now, so we started with the tools. We said the left, on our left hand side we have the tools, and we said this is the magic tool, and we said all these tools, most of the tools in here are arranged in groups, but we only have one tool that is showing in here. Now, to be able to see the other tools that are behind the tool showing, just right click on a tool and it will showcase it will display the other tools that are embedded in that tool. Now, what will make us know that this tool has other tools embedded behind it? Now you can see that there is a tiny triangular shape at the right hand corner. That is what is making us aware that this tool has other tools embedded in the panel. We also came to look at the option bar, where we set the option or the property bar contains settings, okay, that affects the behavior of the active tools. Okay, so you can see that the options for this text tool in here is different from the options for this brush tool. Okay, that is the option bar. Now we moved on to look at the menu bar, where we talked about all these: the file, the edit, the image, the layer, the type select, where we said the file contains options to create, save, print, and to exit the document. The edit also contains informations to help us copy, cut, and paste, and free transform our images as well. That is what we talked about the menu tab. We also came to look at the panel. We said this is panel. It was formerly known as palette, but it's now called panel. We also went ahead to look at how we can float a panel. We just left click and drag and bring it out in here, and we can float a panel. That is how to float a panel. We also said that most of the panels in here are grouped. Now, to make a grouped panel, to access the options of a panel, just click on its tab like this, and you get access to the options and make modifications to your images. We also said this is the layers panel. We'll go into details about layers, so just relax and we will talk about it soon. Alright guys, this is the end of today's video lessons. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up by subscribing to the channel. Also make sure to check the bell icon so as to be the first to be notified whenever we drop in our video. Like, share the video as well, and also let me know what you think about this video. Drop your comment in the comment box below. Until I come your way next time, it is still Black Ben Solution, and see you in the next video.